see how it goes.
Okay, sure.
All right, all right. Yes. So hey, welcome everybody. This is Mikko from Solovey music program, and I'm here in Ukraine, having conversations with Ukrainian people about the culture of Ukraine, so that we in Finland would understand more clearly how it is going, what's life in Ukraine, and especially from a culture point of view. We hear a lot of news about the war and all those things, but I think it's worthwhile to give a perspective on something else than war occasionally. Sure. Because people actually live their life over here, and life is very much more than war. So
yes, I hope so.
So I have now a chance to have a conversation with Oleksii Kuchma.
Yes.
Over here, who is a photographer.
Yes.
And so let's go and talk about Ukrainian culture. And so, but first of all, Oleksii, would you like to introduce yourself and also what you do here in Kyiv?
Okay. Basically, I'm have a study as a cinematographer. I think maybe 11 years ago, and I'm working in cinema, and I think maybe 5 years. And then I understand that I need to have some independent projects and start making photography, because it's like a bit of short-term stuff, and I can have result more quickly and have much more closer relationships with the clients. So, and I want to have like a solid ground, and because of it, I built the 2 studios, and we now talking in one of them. So I'm like a studio owner, and I like the renovate stuff. So I found the Brutalist building in Kyiv, and like how it looks, and I make my practice here, work with the clients, have the photographic club, and spend the time here. Okay, so I think in general, that's it.
All right, yes.
Yes.
And I think people understand when you say that you take photos
Yes.
like this. And by the way, the studio that we are in, maybe I take a photos afterwards of this, so that people know that what brutalism actually
yes.
actually means. But I think it's very, very cool. We have some of these architecture buildings in Finland as well, so people...
Yes, it's a concrete, glass, steel, Le Corbusier, so yes.
So you said that you've been like how long you've been working as a photographer? Having the studios, how long?
6 years, seven years, yes.
Okay, so let's dive in directly to the thing, and now talking with the person who is looking at the world through a camera lens.
Yes.
You see a lot of different things differently than when people that doesn't look through camera lens. So what are your like observations when we're looking at people through camera, like recently, or so how does it look like?
I think became, I'm like a floating outside of myself. I'm like became the third person in this moment when I trying to capture something inside my clients or my friends I want to shoot. And I think it's like a freezing time, and it's like a big empathy machine working inside me. So I spend a lot of energy not to figure out what I see or some small details. I'm just trying to like understand you, and then I understand what I want to see. So it's like an inner job. I think empathy and experience works in this moment. I think it slow it down, and it's not about the beauty, because I think I'll stop to measure people by the beauty. I think about this moment like from the like an interest from you and from me, and I think it's a moment of wonder what can be next. like a next moment. So you just try to predict a future, because when people trust you and want to capture this moment of his or her life from, I think, the rest of his life. Because sometimes people come to me when they feel sad and they feel empty and they like a naked after the storm, and they have nothing, and they are just come to me and say, Oleksii, I feel like a naked nerve, and I understand that maybe it will be one moment in my life, so help me to capture it, because I think after I don't will remember it, because psychology works like it's like a safety.
Yeah.
How it calls?
I think it's what they are speaking about is like is the universal need for humans to be seen and heard.
Yes, in different conditions, not only when they're happy. And maybe sometimes people want to remember how it was when it was heavy, or they feel grief, or they feel anger, and they feel emptiness. Beauty is in anything, so I'm working like a radar in that moment, not like a eyeball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very beautiful, very elegant philosophy of taking photos. Really, really cool. And looking at the photos that over there, and also going to your Instagram page, I think you have this eye for the empathy and the human very, very present. So may I ask, and I will ask now, if you reflect, now you've been taking photos of Ukrainian people recently, and obviously everybody wonders that how does it feel to be Ukrainian today, and you can tell about yourself or your reflections that, like today's environment, of course, it's special, and there's a lot of grief in this country. So does it show? What you?
I think now it's a really stressful years, and the people who can travel a bit, maybe at least one time in a year abroad, just to relax and then go back, they need to do it, because they are just bring back in Ukraine feeling unsafe, feeling an outer world, feeling like it's not like a fresh air, but it's like it's a bit exhausting. So it's like you training every day, and you become much more. You look like athletic inside, in your brain and your mind, but you need a rest sometimes. So now it's like a game when you live your life, but you understand that all day you push your limits. And if you will not find the way how to relax, how to escape sometimes into the art, into the some hobby, maybe dancing, maybe creating something, you'll be break. I think you'll break in half, because it's really stressful. Or sometimes people find themselves into the routine, but I understand that people who hiding in the routine, in the work, maybe in alcohol, maybe in some addictions, they cannot raise their head anymore, because they don't understand what's going on in Ukraine, in their life. They did not understand each other. So I think the art, it's yes. Okay. Art is the best medicine for the war conditions. So you need to create something. You need to find yourself in any of art, and I think share it with other people. So I think maybe I didn't ask your question, but if you want me to describe, it's like a bipolar situation. In one hand, you have the people who just buried themselves deeper and deeper into the stress and just burn out completely. And then, on the other hand, we can see the people who find the way how to live in this condition, and they understand that you need to relax. It's a question of your life, because if you didn't find the way how to relax, how to mix this, I like the stress. It's like a poison, and it's poisoning you really slowly. But you can lose the moment. There's no way back. So you need to. It's like a small prince. You need to burn these plants every day. So this stress is like this poison plants on your planet, and you need to work with it every day. So for me, it's a studios, it's a people, it's a photography, and it's also the photographic club, and maybe a bit of sport, and that's it. So for me, Ukrainian now is you can't do nothing. If you do nothing, you'll drown in a stress, and it will kill you, I think. Maybe not completely, but it can kill part of you, because you will understand that you lose your life literally, because you live in a constant fear of death, or fear of losing a time, or fear from your relatives. I understand that you can't live like that, and you need to find the way how to go out from the stress. And stress, it's a factor that push you to this decision what to do every day.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I think you described very well why culture and art is elemental and fundamental for everybody. And living in Finland, where we don't have the imminent threat, it feels that it's kind of like luxury to do art. But in this context, like you said, it's actually an existential need to go there. And I totally agree on this one. So you're working with visual stuff. You take photos and people look at the photos. So let me ask you again. So when you were taking photos or portraits of people recently, like have you seen any kind of trend when you look at, if you take portraits, for instance, how they have evolved in the time that you've been taking photography? Is there anything that kind of like you could say as a trend from the portrait?
So can you just
one
more time? Yeah, because I did not.
So let's say that you take a photo of human being 6 years ago or 5 years ago.
Yes.
And you take a photo of people in 2025 or 2024. Is there a difference between those photos?
Okay. So in the last 5 years, the difference, I think it's. I don't try to be poetic, but poetic stuff just come out from my mouth. I see difference because I see more depth in the eyes. So it's like very, very deep lakes in many people eyes. So because they live an extra life from this 5 years or 3 years, because it's counting not like an ordinary year. It's like 5 years maybe. So it's like a really harsh experience. I see it in the eyes, but I see also a sparkle. Yeah, so people who can go through it as I said in previous part, they have this like a huge and powerful sparkle in the eyes, because you became like a stronger, I think, and also you have this deeper understanding of value of life. So I think it's you can hear it in the music, you can see it in a photo, you can see it in a cinema, you can see it or read it in a books. So life became much more bipolar. and
I think it's good to be a little bit poetic.
Okay.
No worries about that.
Okay.
It's a really, I think you explained very well the situation to Finnish people, and this is what I want to also say, that that people feel quite a bit of life here in Ukraine, and I think that's something that we should also learn in Finland as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit music in Ukraine.
Okay.
Like, what's your favorite, like especially like a style of music or any artist that you kind of feel that in Ukraine people should know outside?
I think I'll say that I don't know how it will be in English, but it's like a rich sound, very good produced sound, and I think I have no preferences between the styles, because in a folk, it's Dachabrach or Duck Daughters, and also it's I think it's a bit new, not a new wave, but like a rising stars. It's jazz musicians, we have jazz jams in popular clubs in Ukraine, in Kyiv, and also I like the metal music, and I have the friend, he have different projects, and one called the Nietzsche, Septa, and they are playing like just with the growling, with the guitars, with the solos, all the stuff. So, but I understand that it's like dice, and you can just look your favorite dice and you roll it, and you understand that today it will be I will listen in the metal music, or maybe next day I will be find something in electronical music. But I like the original stuff, when I understand that people don't try to sound like sounds like from people from the West bands, and they creating something from inside, and that's all. That's all I can say about it. I don't think I don't know many names, bands, or maybe production companies, but I know that in Ukraine you can find anything.
Yes,
Yes.
Indeed. And I think you said it in the first, it's a very rich color. I think that for a non-Ukrainian, when I listen to, Daka Praka or Duck Daughters or Propas Hardy or any of those bands, I think there's a lot of contrast in the music, a lot of power, and I heard one of the conversations I had, why there's a lot of power in European music, because like in old times where people are living in villages and you have to sing very
Yes.
loud so that the other one would hear.
Or also it's like from the jazz culture, you work constantly on the fields, and you work easily when you sing, and you feel the rhythm.
Yeah.
And also you have, I think, like a funerals or weddings, and maybe war, and you just understand that when you sing it, it will not poison you,
Yes. Yeah.
You need to sing it outside.
Yeah, singing is actually very good for, if you think about meditation and breathing. In order to sing, you have to breathe very well.
Yes.
And breathing is very important
Yes.
of posture and everything like that.
That's why many of like soldiers, when they march in, they're singing also, because you feel the rhythm and you breathe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is like a final section of these questions. So just out of curiosity, this is like this Solovey music project that I'm doing is really strange because like I haven't noticed anyone else doing it.
Okay.
It's like no, but of course, like in order to translate the Ukrainian songs into Finnish, there's first of all nobody cares about Finnish language because there are 5 million people speaking about it.
Okay.
But like this, but how does it feel to you that somebody is doing this kind of things? Any thoughts arising from that kind of activity? Any opinions?
My opinion, it's a good thing to make these bridges between the cultures, and it's important to understand and to see Ukraine not like a part of big Tsar Russia or USSR. You understand that it's an independent part, and I understand that if I'll dig inside and see more of materials of your project, I will understand Finland culture, Finland music, not like a big Scandinavian island. It's like a something separate. Yeah. And it's not because I need to feel everything separately, but I think it's the way to see the world more clearly, not like a blurred dots, because it's like a UK music or like Italian music, Scandinavian music, Greek music, and post-Soviet music. No. I think it's a different stuff, and it's interesting. I think it's my opinion.
That's exactly what the idea is, to see things and hear things more clearly. And by the way, I have to say that if you look at from here, the Nordics.
Yes.
We say it's Nordics.
Yes.
Swedes, Danish, and Norwegians say this is Scandinavia.
Oh, okay.
And Finland we definitely want to see us a little bit different, like the ugly little cousin of Swedes.
Yes.
And that's how like a thing. And of course, like this, I also love my language, Finnish language, and I think it's the Ukrainian language is also something to love, as it's your part of your identity. And as a kind of like one final point, so for instance, poet is Taras Shevchenko. I think everybody in Finland should know Taras Shevchenko, who he is and what he actually did, not through a lens of USSR or how Stalin wanted to be seen, but as a cultural phenomena from Ukraine. That kind of like that's the education part of it.
Okay.
But obviously, people need to also like the music. That's the gate. The music is the gate, but then through music you can actually then look at where is it coming from, why is it like it is, and who made it, and who is this person. Like for instance, Servana root, Volodymyr Ivashuk. Very important person. So who is this guy?
And the context, how he lived it, and everyone think that Volodymyr Ivashuk was the full-grown man. I like with the cheeks and already big hands, but he was 21 when he created.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a student.
Yes,
a hipster.
Yeah, hipster, of his time, totally. And those are the things that make the culture and make the whole thing. And I think you are also, Oleksii, part of the next Ukrainian culture, like making the photos and these things. So at this point, I would say that thank you for this conversation, and looking forward for the feedback that people are giving from this. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Дякую.
Дякую.
Yes. All right.